Hello guys, just like usual, we are trying to solve LeetCode questions and let's start convert sorted array to binary search tree. Let's see the question. I learned yesterday that before doing question, we actually need to look at the topics which are required to solve these questions. So let's see the topics of this question. Array, divide and conquer algorithm, tree, binary search tree, binary. Okay, so I actually don't know how to solve three questions. Let's see the description first. Given an integer array nouns where the element are in ascending order, convert it to a height balanced binary search tree. So I know the meaning of height. It's a distance between root node and any particular node in the number of edges. But I don't know how to solve these questions. So let's skip this question first and try to solve another question. Pascal's triangle. So let's see the question. Given an integer norm rows, return the first norm rows of Pascal triangle. In Pascal triangle, each number is the sum of two number it directly above it as shown. Yeah, I know this much. Okay, so it's okay. So the question will give us the number of row and we have to return an array which consists of all of the element required. So if we are given numbers 5, then we would require 5 rows as here and we will require maximum of 5 column, right? So that's how it should be. But if we create an array of 5 by 5, then there will be 4 empty uh, space remaining and it isn't showing any empty space. So do we need to create an array in such a way that first first element of the multi-dimensional 2D array has only one element and second element has two element or two element in its own array. So how is it done then? Let's try doing it in normal method. If it doesn't work, then you can always try another method. So it's telling me to return. Okay, so we need to return vector. Let's see. How to create an array such that first index, how to create a 2D array such that first index only have one element, second index only have two elements, and so on using the vector in C++. Let's see the answer of ChatGPT. Index has one element, the second index has two elements, the third index has three elements, and so on. This can be done using vector vector int, and you can populate it by progressively adding vectors with increasing number of elements. Here is how you can implement it. Vector vector int vec. Okay, so std vector int row I plus plus 1. Vector push back row. What does push back do? Let's see. Add row to the 2D vector. The row is then added to main 2D vector where using push back. So it is used for adding the row. So let's do the same as what it is doing here. Vector, vector, vec- vector int, and vector int. Let's do arr. Instead of writing error, we can write pass call triangulate, and let's create a loop for int I equals to 0. I is less than I is less than non non rows I plus plus. Okay, so before solving this question, let's evaluate the question as it has been a while since I have created a Pascal triangle. So Pascal triangle is a type of triangle where our element are arranged in such a way that it looks like this. I will try to explain what we are doing here. 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. This is how we make Pascal triangle, right? Yeah, that's how we make. So, Pascal triangle is a triangle whose outer or Pascal is the name suggests Pascal triangle is a triangle whose two two adjacent line are two adjacent and inclined line are always one, or in terms of array, the element which is present or the element of array or the element of 2D array whose first index is sorry whose second index is always 0 and the first index is I will always have the value 1 in the index I and I z index also I will also take value 1, right? That's how it makes this index is 0 comma 0 index, this is 1 comma 0 index, this is 1 comma 1 index, this is 2 comma 0 index, and this is 2 comma 2 index, this is 3 comma 0 index, this is 3 comma 3 index. Yeah, so what I was trying to say is a Pascal triangle is a triangle whose all element in zeroth index or in ith index in the 1D array, which is the element of a 2D array, have value 1, and also other value are given by the sum of value in its directly offside, or in terms of array we can write it like this. uh, Suppose the index of this element 2 is I and j, so the value here will be given by the sum of I minus 1, I minus 1 j index plus I minus 1 j minus, or sorry, j, yeah, j minus 1. Yes, this is 2 comma 1, so its value its ith value is 2 and its jth value is 1, right? So as we can see, it is given by the sum of this 1 and 1, whose index is 1 comma 0. And this index is 1 comma 1. So this I minus 1, 2 minus 1, and j minus 1, which is 1 minus 1, and 2 minus 1 and 1, which is I comma I minus 1, this I minus 1, and this is j, which is this, and I minus 1 is this, and j minus 1 is this. So what we have to do is we have to uh, create an array. Uh, Sorry, we have to create a loop or a nested loop where the I index will go from I equals to 0 to I is less than numbers, and the j index should go from j equals to 0 to j is less than equals to I. I think that's how it is done. If this is 0, then 0 j is 0 at first, so it will only repeat one time. If I is 1, then j will go from 0 and 1, so it will repeat two times. If I is 2, then j will repeat three times: 0, 1, and 2. Yeah, that's how it is done. And j plus plus. Okay, so we need to create a new vector here. Vector int. Let's name this temp, which means temporary, and give this size equals to I plus 1. So the first vector will have only one element. Next vector will have two elements, and so on and so forth. Right? So if it is 1, then it will have two elements. If it is 2, then it will have three elements. Okay, that will do it. So we have to create an algorithm where we cannot use this logic as we are not using 2D array, we are only using 1D array in order to create a value of Pascal triangle. Okay, so first of all, before doing this, I want to create an array whose size equals to norm rows, norm rows. And what I will do is, instead of doing this, yeah, I will do this, but what I want to do here is, instead of doing this here, we could do this later on. And in this loop, what I want to do is, I want to check if array I, sorry, if I is equals to, if j is equals to 0 or I is equals to j, right? J is equals to 0 or I and j are equal. In such case, we will use I j to assign this value to 1. Else, we want to make this I j equals to I minus 1 j plus I minus 1 j minus 1. And after this, our uh, Pascal's triangle is created. Now we need another loop int I equal to 0, which will iterate uh, norm rows minus 1, norm rows times, and each time it will create a vector of type int, named temp whose size will be equals to I plus 1, and we will create another loop inside here uh, using j as our index, where j will iterate numbers, sorry, not numbers time, it will iterate I times or I plus 1 times. And what we have to do right here is we have to use temp j equals to array I j. By doing so, we are assigning value to this vector, and after this is completed, what we can do is Pascal triangle dot Pascal triangle dot push back dot push underscore back temp. So each time the array will be pushed back, and after doing so, we can return the successful array. I guess even if this is correct, it will consume more resources and it will show us um, error or something. I don't know. Let's see. First of all, let's check whether it's correct. Sorry, I named it IEE. That's my bad. It is use of undeclared identifier Pascal triangle. PASCALTRING. Okay, I'm very bad at typing. I guess. Um, I got correct, but I don't think time complexity will be quite good. Okay, I got 100%. What I was thinking, if this didn't work, then I was, I would have used this algorithm inside here. And what I could have done is, whenever I was assigning this value here, instead of doing this, I could simply assign this here, right? So what I could have done is, each time I could have made a vector in named temp, and instead of assigning value here, I could have used temp j and assigned value here, or temp j and assigned value here, right? And after this loop ends, what I could have done is was call triangle dot pushback dot pushback temp. If I do this, then I won't need this additional block of code. Let's comment this for now and see whether our answer will be correct or not. We won't be needing this array, as we are not using this array currently. Let's only run this. So I didn't P here. Oh my god, I'm getting too many errors due to so many silly mistakes. Okay, so we actually require array as we are assigning value here. So I need to do the same thing 2 times for assigning value. I equals to 1. I need this again. Control C, and what I will do is I j equals to, yeah, let's try this thing. Okay, let's submit this. Already got 100%. Okay, this also got 100%. So I like this algorithm more than previous one as we don't have to repeat through the same loop twice. It only gives 49, you know what, to the previous one bit. Okay, let's copy this over and try to undo all of the code what we have previously written. Mm, yeah, this was the code, right? Yeah, let's run this 49.31 menu. Yes, I need to remember this 49.31. Okay, let's see. 39.3 also. Both are same. So this algorithm is much more compact and easier to understand than my first algorithm. So let's submit this again and leave it like, okay, so this algorithm actually better as it's beating 73.66%. So I was right. What it is only between around 20%. B of n square. That's bad. I guess this is what especially this is a premium feature. How is this better than the previous algorithm? I'm clearly using twice the loop here. It doesn't make any sense. I'm sticking with the previous algorithm. Yes. Yeah, this is the previous algorithm. How is it not 100%? Yeah, nowadays it is 100%. I guess it's the bug. Like this algorithm is clearly way better than my previous one. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.